Welcome back, everybody. So, I picked for the first two songs for this first Supple Advent Sunday. I picked two of my favorite songs, one, The Holly and the Ivy, and the other, Holly Jolly Christmas. And I picked these songs because it's this time of year where we start to clean up and decorate our homes. Maybe you're feeling so inclined to clutter clear. I've been working in the studio here and I got the closet cleaned out, and it felt so good to get some stuff cleared out. And I even made a little Advent wreath over here, and it just feels nice to have some space. And so Holly and the Ivy and Holly Jolly Christmas. I think most people know Holly Jolly Christmas because it is played on the radio incessantly this time of year. But I came up with some new text for both of these songs so that we can really look at in that text, how we are creating space for ourselves, space for others this time of year to come into our own inner spaces as well as our own homes, and also how we greet each other, how we're preparing our own inner space as we go into the darkest time of year, and how we are actually physically preparing our spaces. So let's start with the Holly and the Ivy. I'm just going to play the melody for you first so that you can kind of see how it goes. Oops. I'm going to play the refrain one more time. So, the most challenging part about this song is the big interval jumps that are in this song. So that's the first little segment, first little phrase. And most people want to kind of chase that high note up a tree, like chasing a flag up a flagpole or a squirrel up a tree. And we don't want that. We want a feeling of going down when we sing high notes, but I don't want you to have a feeling of pushing down, like you're taking a fist to bread dough that just rose up. We don't want that. It's a sinking down, so it's kind of like what we did in that twofold exercise. So we could even do this. You could do it like this. So try that with me. Here's the low note, and then for the high note, we're just going to sink down, and then the high note is going to come down to us. Let's try that. Try it one more time. Now let's put that all together, just the first phrase. We're going slow so that you can get this feeling of moving the breath, all right? And when we go too fast, we often aren't moving our breath. So one more time, slow. The other thing about the high note is that the high note sort of goes somewhere behind us, like we can't hear it. And so when we're trying to hear it, we're not listening. So hearing and listening are two different things. Listening is paying attention. Hearing Charlie Brown could hear that the teacher was talking to him, but all the teacher did was wah, 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 wah. The teacher wasn't listening. Charlie Brown wasn't listening to the teacher. And so, when we think about preparing our spaces for others, we have to learn how to listen to others. How are we going to get along? Only through listening, even when we disagree with someone. And so that really takes something in our own constitution to be able to listen, hold ourselves back from wanting to say something, from wanting to say, you're wrong, or no, that's not the way it is. And then we get into arguments, right? So part of this singing study is singing as a path of spiritual development. So we're developing ourselves so that we can make room for others, even if we don't agree with them, which is so important for our times today. Learning to listen is super important for our times today. So, I want to show you another way you can do that without the syncing. And so when we did the BamBö, we had this little belly movement right here, right? So we can do it like this. BamBö. And then tug the belly. BamBö. All right, so do the first one. BamBö. All right, the belly goes out. Now let the belly come in before you sing. BamBö. All right, so the high note up there. So we have bam, tug, boo. Try that. BamBö. All right, there's lots of different ways you can play with it. The idea is that you have a tug between the notes, okay? So try it with the words, the holly and the ivy. So between the words and the, you're going to have this little tug. The holly and tug, the ivy. One more time. Receive your air, start with the tug. The holly and tug, the ivy. Now let's go back to humming. The way we hummed with the two tones. Tug. One more time. Tug. Now this time I'm not going to say tug. Just remember to tug, because I don't want you to make a break in your sound. You want it to be bound. It's like a bowing, like a rainbow, connecting the two tones. Go to the next part. Drop your belly and then start with the tug. Drop the belly, start with the tug. Drop the belly, then start with the tug. Tug. Drop the belly. Tug. Drop the belly. Tug. Drop the belly. Now let's hum the whole song without me reminding you of these things, all right? Here we go. words. I'm going to say the phrase and then we'll sing it. And I'm going to use the more universal words, which you will find on the karaoke tracks below. There are 2 karaoke tracks you can practice with, one with the universal words and one with the traditional words. Text. The holly and the ivy, when winter winds do blow. Here we go. So receive your air. The holly and the ivy, when winter winds do blow. Of all the trees within the wood, the holly stands aglow. Here we go. Of all the trees within the wood, the holly stands aglow. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer. The warmth around the hearth, sweet singing fills the air. Here we go. The warmth around the hearth, sweet singing fills the air. So I know for some of you watching this video, this may seem really slow, but keep in mind that some people need to go really slow. Many people don't sing in congregations anymore because they don't feel that they can. It's just that no one has gone slow enough with them to slow it down so that you feel like you can. For those of you who may be more gifted singers, who sing more often, maybe you already know this song, then you can jump ahead to the karaoke recording below. I just want you to know why we're going so slow here. Okay, let's hop over to Holly Jolly Christmas. And this time we're going to apply the BamBö exercise even more. And we're going to BamBö the whole song, but I'm warning you. BamBö has a certain rhythm to it. Well, this song has its own rhythm that not every place is going to match the rhythm of BamBö. So maybe the belly goes in where it should be going out and goes out where it should be going in. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about if your BamBö becomes a boo-bomb or anything like that. It's okay because we're improvising and we're just playing around with it so that we can get out of our head and just have a good time, okay? So, Holly Jolly Christmas. Now, if you want to have more universal, inclusive language so that it includes our Jewish friends, our Hindu friends, anyone else who doesn't consider their path the traditional Christmas path, then we've changed the words to Holly Jolly Season. So whatever you're celebrating, there are so many festivals of light this time of year. So, and even if you don't celebrate a festival of light and you just enjoy singing, that's okay too. So it's a seasonal time of year. All right, so BamBö, here we go. BamBö, BamBö. That's what we're going to do. We're going to BamBö this whole song. All right, here we go. BamBö, 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 BamBö. 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 BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, BamBö, BamBö. All right, let's do that refrain again. It's tricky to get those BamBös in there because they're rhythms. So we're going to start with BamBö, BamBö, right there. BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, 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 BamBö. BamBö, 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 BamBö. All right, so just be playful. See, I mess up too. I'm human. And it's the reason it gets messed up is because the rhythm's different. And it's okay because we can't always fit it in exactly, and we're improvising, and that's what we want. And we actually need to mess up like those sort of things because otherwise we get stuck in our perfectionism. And so that's okay. And it's okay to do that. So play around with it. Go with the karaoke track and do it on a BamBö without the words with the karaoke track and play around with it. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's all we're going to do with Holly Jolly because I want you to go to the karaoke track, sing it with the words, choose which words you want to do, either the new universal text or the traditional text, and try it on a BamBö, then try it on the words, okay? Play with it, have fun, and scroll down to the bottom. You saw it in the email, but also in the blog post. Go all the way to the bottom because there's some questions I'm asking you. I want you to reflect on what you've done with this work. I'd love it if you make a comment or write me back, send me an email. Let me know how you're experiencing this work. I really want to hear from you. And also there's bonus down there at the bottom. I've got the King's Choir College in Cambridge singing The Holly and the Ivy. And then there's a lovely Michael Bublé recording of Holly Jolly Christmas in this jazzy style. And you might enjoy singing along with that version instead. So have fun with it. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. I'm not exactly sure what carols I'm doing yet next week because I've been working on this week. And so stay tuned and we'll be back here each Sunday in Advent. And then if I have time, I might throw in a special Christmas Eve episode as well. So I look forward to hearing from you and I hope you enjoy this. Take care. Bye-bye.